Uh-oh, it's February already. How's it going? Welcome back. It's me. I've got some cool stuff for this vlog. Should be a shorter one, I think. What time is it? It's about 1:15 in the morning. Just finished the first Andrew Garfield preview photos, and I'll show those at the end. Or you can just go over to my Instagram or Twitter or any of those other places instead of watching this video. But you should watch this video. There's some cool stuff in here. So, yeah. So to start off the vlog, I got a new order in from Firestar Toys, and it's been a minute since I've ordered from them. However, you can see I had to pick up a few of their custom UV printed pumpkin bomb pieces, along with the new minifigure head pack for Spider-Man No Way Home for all three Peters. I got some hair pieces going for these guys, along with all the heads from Firestar Toys stuck on 3 different Peter minifigures, including Lego's integrated suit from the No Way Home sets with an arm that I painted for some reason. I don't remember why I did that. And we also have Phoenix Customs Tobey Maguire suit from the Raimi movies from like 2020, and then Phoenix's much more ancient Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield printed minifigure, one of his first from all those years ago. And I actually happen to not really like Firestar Toys Tom Holland likeness all that much. I don't really think that looks like him. If anything, I think that could be Toby still. And then the actual Tobey Maguire likeness is also really good. I'm just still debating with myself if I like that more, or if I actually think that Phoenix got a little bit closer with his original Sam Raimi Tobey Maguire printed head that went with this custom figure in 2020. And then we also do have Andrew Garfield's likeness, which I think is not bad. I'm a bit more excited about the face that I've got from the Queer Eye set, which I'm really excited to show you with the new custom hairpiece that I do not have on this minifigure right now. I just have a placeholder regular Tom Holland style hairpiece on, but it's still pretty good for the demonstration anyway. But the alternative expressions here are a little bit more interesting, and you can see here the final act Tom Holland head from the end of No Way Home is really the reason I was the most excited for this minifigure headset in the first place. And then you can also see we have the obvious expression of Tobey Maguire stopping the train in Spider-Man 2, which I don't know that I needed on a Lego minifigure, because it's not like I'm doing a mock for that or anything. That feels like a very specific use, but definitely pretty cool to have, I guess, anyway. And then you can see on the other side of the Andrew Garfield head, we clearly have the expression that he gives to Zendaya right at the end of the movie when he, of course, saves MJ. And I think that is definitely a perfect match, actually. So these heads are really a mixed bag and serve very specific uses. I certainly won't be using any of them, I don't think, for the primary heads on my customs, but I think these are really useful for like edits in Photoshop. These UV printed pumpkin bombs are really cool though, especially for official Lego minifigures, because while I'll be using the ones from Shamrock Minifigures kit for my own custom Green Goblin, I think that these are great for supporting official Lego minifigures, because I do still have the 2002 classic Green Goblin in my displays, and previously I was just literally using the back of an actual printed pumpkin bomb head for him. So these are going to be really great just for enhancing the personal displays in my collection. Now the Lily Brick hairpiece styles that I got in from Firestar Toys I think are definitely pretty cool, and you can see this particular ponytail style is really interesting, and I'm curious if you guys think that maybe in the future this would potentially work for a Kate Bishop. I don't know, just a really curious thought. And if anything, I was also thinking that this could be really useful for a Ellie from The Last of Us 1, which I don't think I will be making at any point in the near future, unfortunately. This boxier hairstyle though, which I think clearly had to be designed for clones, is not exactly perfect, but I still think it really nails kind of the overall look for the Clone Troopers better than the usual hairpiece of this similar style that Lego usually has in their sets that I think we've all used for clones at some point or another. You guys probably know which one I'm talking about, but this is a really interesting replacement. Now, I know my buddy Andrew over at AV Figures decaled this body for me back in 2018, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the head is from him too. I got it off of the Lego Star Wars Fanatics site way back in like the early months of 2021, I think, so I can't really remember, but it looks like his design and UV printing, I think. And the hologram here, you can see I painted the base of that for the Order 66 scene right here, something that I did, I think, like some point in 2020. And then this is also the 5s from AV Figures way back in 2018 as well, the decaled version for the Clone Wars showcases I was doing at that time. And so if we pull that off, you can see we've got a another custom printed clone head underneath, 4 5s here, and with this hairpiece on, it definitely makes for a really interesting look. And I've also got Bagel Studios inhibitor chip printed on a 1x1 clear tile right there. So I think these hairpieces definitely work really well for the clones with this style. Now I did also get my new order in from Tuminio over at Micro Me. I ordered a few things here, including the pincer arms for the integrated suit, which I think will prove to be a much better alternative to the Mini Mates ones that I used back for the Iron Spider suit in Infinity War. And we also have the spell box here 3D printed as well, which is really awesome. Gonna be a little bit of a pain to paint that, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. Not sure if I'll paint these right away. These are basically the mystical gauntlets that go on the inside out suit that I'm not actually making as a custom myself, so maybe I'll just paint those up in gold really quick just as a fun thing once I acquire the actual official minifigure. But what I was not expecting was for him to include basically a full kit of his Spider-Man No Way Home inspired Doc Ock set. And this is, of course, if you take a closer look at these tentacle arms, these are the nanotech integrated arms, where obviously Peter took control of Doc Ock's arms very early on in the movie to restrain him. And so you can see these are those versions in particular, and this is great and really exciting because this works out so well, because some of you guys who caught my first Spider-Man No Way Home update video on the main channel would know that I still intend to use Nate's minifigs posable Doc Ock arms that he has coming up. And I really didn't have any plans to do the nanotech arms to any capacity. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know how I'll integrate these onto my existing custom, or if I'll have to make like a separate trench coat or something, or maybe I'll just use the actual 3D printed trench coat that he has here in the Ziplocs. And by the way, I'm kind of keeping them in the baggies just to keep the micro magnets all together. But this is amazing, and I'm so thankful that he included this, because I really wasn't going to do the nanotech arms to any capacity. But now, I mean, I might as well take the extra time when I'm able to just make this extra variant. Now, again, how I'll actually connect these arms is kind of, beyond me at the moment, and not really something I'm thinking about. I'm still painting web heads over here, but I am so appreciative and so thankful to Min over at microme.co.uk. Make sure you check out his store. Link to that will be down in the description below. But I'm really excited to paint these up eventually, because I think this is going to be so cool in complementing the ones that I will first use from Nate's minifigs. And this is just, man, I was not expecting this at all. And this is just so cool of him. I again, cannot thank him enough. And that isn't even the end of it, actually, because I broke the gun arms for the Iron Patriot Mark II, you know, the cannons that attach via the micromagnet on the back. I just had it underneath a light at one point. Something fell and hit it, and then this whole side of it on the right broke off, and I was really disappointed, because now it would obviously never be the same, even though I could glue it back on. And he saw it on my Instagram story and had no problem sending out a whole separate set. So this just completely rectified that for me, because I always thought I was going to have a slightly broken Iron Patriot Mark II now when I go to finally paint that suit when I get back to the Avengers Endgame project in my own time, guys, when I am able to, okay? So, yeah, again, just huge thanks to Min over at microme.co.uk. Link to his store will be down in the description below. Thanks to him, I've got great pincers to work with for the integrated suit, the spell box, these really awesome gauntlets, of course, an entire set of the Doc Ock nanotech version tentacle arms that I was never even planning to do in the first place, and then now a replacement for my Iron Patriot Mark II gun pack on his back. I mean, this is all just so cool, man, and so exciting. What did I want to talk about? I don't know. I made these notes for what I wanted to bring up like earlier today, and it's like 1 a.m. now, so I totally forgot. Oh yeah, those 3D printed parts that I just showed to you from Tuminio. I actually forgot the back piece that goes with these pincers that I just showed you. I don't know why I'm bringing them up to the camera again, like you didn't just literally see them. Yeah, I don't have the back piece, so I have to order that before I forget, because I probably need that to attach the pincers. They kind of are just loose right now and don't have the actual backing piece that they connect to, so I'm definitely going to order that from Tuminio next. And what? Oh yeah, I also got this randomly, found it at a local wall fart. Check that out. It's Ewan McGregor. Pretty cool guy. And of course, we've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming up pretty soon this year, in a few months. I bet that's gonna be pretty cool. And I saw this figure and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I got it. It's actually an update. It's literally a figure from 2014 that Hasbro just like recolored, made a little bit too blonde, and like did their face scan likeness print on it instead of the usual painted faces they used to do. Also got this guy in today. Check it out. You know who that is? It's the CEO of Spider-Man. Check him out. It's Ned Leeds. I'm not thrilled by how much money I spent on this. And by not thrilled, I mean I forgot. So I got my Amazing Spider-Man 2 Andrew Garfield custom minifigure to the preview ready stage, meaning he was finally like he's finally mostly done from like the waist up facing the front, so I can take pictures of him and it looks like he's done, but there's nothing on the back, there's nothing on the legs, and it just takes way too goddamn long to paint Spider-Man suits in Lego, but that's okay, because that's what the Patreon is for, and everybody's reactions to every bit of progress have just really been keeping me going and keeping the momentum alive. However, that momentum has finally brought me here. There it is, the first edit that I designed for Andrew Garfield with the unmasked head, inspired by HTW Films, I think, on Instagram, or I think it's HTW Films on Instagram, who I saw first use this head from the Queer Eye set. Then I took an Elvis hairpiece, sanded it down, and then popped that on there with some paint. It turned out real good, man. And obviously the suit itself, which has been taking me eons to paint, and as you can see in this image, I guess it was a little bit more clear in the previous one. I'm not actually going to show the figure on my workspace just yet, probably the next vlog, or I'll do that on the main channel. But yeah, this edit I'm actually still working on at the time of filming this clip, and it's so weird to just finally be showing this to you. I've been working on it so much and like I haven't really gotten it to a point where I'm able to show it, but yeah, Andrew Garfield's suit is definitely the most complex one, more so than Tom Holland's, and Tobey's will be on a similar level of difficulty, but Andrew's suit has the most webbing lines, so that automatically makes it just a little bit more difficult. His mask is also very awkward and was a little difficult to organize all the lines early on, and God, it feels like forever ago. Like I'm just now showing this figure to everyone, but it feels like forever ago that I painted Andrew's mask and the majority of the torso. I remember finishing up my Daredevil rewatch when I finally got the spider painted into the webbing that I did on the torso, and just so many nuances and processes that have been going into this, and the whole process has just been so intentional, and I mean, everything I've thought through in multiple different ways, and I think through everything and overthink everything before making a decision on what to paint, where each line is going to go, and how everything is going to look, whether that's the meshing marks or just so much to talk about on this suit that I'm frankly not ready to talk about. I'll probably talk more about in the main channel video, but for this vlog, I wanted to at least show you these photos and be like, I did it. And main channel video will be out soon. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy these photos over on my Instagram and Twitter and all those places where they should be posted by now, or they're going up there very shortly. So I'm going to go practice some level of self-care and then get to bed. But only after I finish designing the second one that I just showed you, because like I said, it's not done. So yeah, I guess I probably shouldn't film vlog clips at 1 a.m. anymore, huh? I'll see you in the next Boba Fett reaction, if it's actually a Boba Fett reaction, not the Mandalorian, the Book of the Mandalorian. Bye.